Hi, Mr. Presens. This is the demonstration of my outlier code. The code starts by asking the user to input their data set size, and it specifies that it would like a multiple of 4, then parses that integer that they entered into the variable array size. I have a debugging loop here that will check to see if the number that they entered is actually a multiple of 4, and if it isn't, then it will ask them to re-enter that, and it will repeat until they get it right. It then uses that number that they inputted to create a double array called dataset. Then it will use the number, this dataset size that they entered at the beginning, and it will repeat a for loop that X number of times until prompting the user to enter different data until they have reached their dataset size. It then will sort the array and store the numbers from smallest to largest. It then calls upon my first method, calc_q1, calculate quarter 1, and the code goes down to the method here. It intakes the dataset array and then uses these integers and these mathematical operations to calculate quarter 1 and returns q1 and stores it in the double first quarter. It then calls upon the second method of my program, calculate q3, to calculate the third quarter. Again, sends over the dataset array, uses a number of mathematical calculations to calculate Q3, and then sends that variable back, returns that variable, and stores it in third quarter. The program then calculates the interquartile range, the IQR, through the mathematical calculation that we were given before, and stores that in the double IQR. It then calculates the multiplier, the outlier differential, based on the specific data set by multiplying the IQR by 1.5. And then through that, the program is able to calculate what qualifies as an extreme high value and an extreme low value. Then finally, it will go down to the method print outliers. It sends over the dataset array as well as the extreme high and extreme low values, and it will search through the entire array, and if anything meets the qualifications for what is an extreme high value or an extreme low value, it will print that out in the general output here. So now to see the code in action. I have a list here of the average temperatures for the first 12 days of July for 2019, and we're going to input those and see if there are any outliers for average temperature. So we'll start by writing the code. It's going to prompt the user to enter their dataset size. Let's try, just for the debugging purposes, we'll enter something that's not a multiple of 4, 9, and you can see it says you did not enter a multiple of 4, please try again. If you click OK, we'll enter 12, and then it will prompt you to start entering your data. So we'll enter the temperatures now. Sunny says hi. And then it will show in the general output here that 26.1 and 26.5 are the outliers.